All right, so we're going to begin with this video first. And then when she's done, we're going to dive deeper into it.
Person that craves closeness will maybe have an argument with their partner. They might say, look, I want to spend more time together. The person who craves distance will get so furious at this request because they feel like I'm already giving you so much of my time and energy and now you're asking for more. They'll get so furious and they'll respond with either a huge fight or by being distant or by ignoring them. So the person that was asking for closeness now just begs them to be normal again.
All right, so now let's dive deeper into it. Let's begin.
You create the illusion that no one compares to you. So when they go on dates, they're gonna look at a girl, they're just gonna say, it's not her, you know. And women also do the same, you know, where they just want to be with the person. And so when they date, you're always gonna win. You're always gonna look like the better option. You're always gonna look like the one that they lost. So it doesn't matter who they meet. I feel bad for the person who meets you after somebody breaks up with you, because you're always just gonna compare them and they're never gonna match up. And that unsatisfaction of not matching up to your ex makes you disregard the person who's in front of you. And it's kind of similar to this. Imagine that you smoke weed and you're used to eating with weed, right? Now you got to eat sober. It's kind of similar to that. Or let's just say you're used to drinking soda with your food and now you got to drink water. It has a similar sensation. You're like, man, fuck this water, man. That shit don't taste the same, man. I want some Coca-Cola, right? The next one is that what tends to happen is that, and this happens with even if you have lust or genuine love, is that your brain starts doing the highlight reel BS, where it'll even include some fucking Disney movie song, right? You start to imagine all the fun time you had. You imagine you guys walking together, holding hands, like all of that, the highlight reel of the relationship your brain will create. Why? Because your brain is craving the person's presence. It's craving it. So when there's a craving, the brain communicates its cravings through mental images. It makes you want it, right? And the reason why that is because it's very primal. That's how kids crave. Think a freaking baby says, I want food. No, that little motherfucker imagines the food. Imagines mama with the fucking spoon, and he imagines the spoon, and then he starts crying. Right? The cravings create mental images, right? Because that's when you're a kid. Before that, it's a physical sensation, and then it turns into a mental image, and then as you develop, it creates the thought of wanting that, right? But it's the highlight reel, and that highlight reel will keep playing until they're over you. The next one is that if they took you for granted, they'll realize their mistakes. One of the things is that when you leave someone, if it was their fault and they're not narcissistic, they're gonna realize the errors of their ways. Nothing makes people reassess themselves than losing something because they fucked it up. Nothing makes people see their errors of their ways than leaving them. Nothing. People usually, when they go to prison, that's when they start seeing how the fuck they finally got there. That's when they start saying, you know what, man, I gotta fix my life. As they're in prison with fucking Bob the prisoner, right? So they start realizing their mistakes. And if they genuinely made mistakes, they'll come back to you and they'll say, hey, daddy. I'm kidding. Hey, you know, I know I made this mistake. I'm gonna try to work on it. And whenever you have people who come back to you because of their mistakes and they come back humbled, take them back. But give them one more shot. Just one more shot. Because if they fuck up again, then now you're seeing a pattern, and it won't stop. Actually, it won't stop. The patterns won't stop. The next one is that they tend to realize that how much they depended on you. You know, especially guys, right? Let me tell you guys this, man. And this is why I tell guys, us as guys, we have to, because women are different about this, right? Women are different. We have to be around people. You can't be an antisocial dude. It's creepy to women. Okay, you got to be around people, and this is what studies show. And this is very interesting. It shows that, and I'm gonna leave the studies in the comments down below. Men often appear less affected immediately following a breakup, showing fewer outward emotions of distress compared to women. However, they may experience significant emotional turmoil beneath the surface. Research indicates that men might suppress their emotions initially, only confront them later. often when triggered by memories or events. So they're home, they're sleeping, they're looking up in the mirror, and then we start to imagine our ex. And then all of a sudden, all those emotions that you were suppressing comes back. Men are more likely to engage in activities that distract from their emotional pain, such as focusing on work, sports, or seeking new relationships, right? And so what you might see, you might think that this person might not regret losing you because they're busy, they're happy. But us as guys, we sort of use distraction. And honestly, this makes it, I don't like it because this makes it look bad. It works. You know, studies show that guys don't process emotions the same as women. Women have an easier time processing emotions through verbal speech. Men have an easier time processing emotions through a physical movement. And for some reason, the culture today just seems to be so offended that guys tend to process feelings through their physical movement, and they don't have to go to freaking Jake the therapist, who's speaking softly and who's from fucking Seattle, and you're like, oh, speak to me about your feelings, Tyrone the man. It's like, motherfucker, what? Like, yo, where's a punching bag? And put yourself in front of it. How about that? Like, it's like okay, it's the culture where we go. It's how the world is. I can't really resent it. In fact, I do therapy. It's actually not that bad, but I just know that it's not for everyone, and I can promise you, a lot of guys resent the social pressure to do this shit, man. You know, you have all these. Let me not even go there, man. I just don't like it when it becomes a trend, because trends go away. It's just trendy, and you just gain social points by saying you do that shit. You know, like, I just hate that. I hate when people genuinely talk about therapy in a way to get their social points. What the fuck? So yeah, they cope differently, right? And so that's why when you know, as a guy, you know, when you break up with a girl and she doesn't react, that's not a good sign, bro. If she doesn't react, it might be harder for her to get over you. But if she reacts in the moment and she cries for the next few days, that's when you should be scared, because she's in the process of forgetting your ass, man. Right? Okay, so yeah, they realize how much they're dependent on you. When you leave, people get habituate, and they don't notice how much they're really starting to depend on you. That's something that's really interesting. They don't notice how much they're depending on you for comfort, how much they're used to you sleeping with them, how much they're used to seeing you here. Like, honestly, like, you don't notice yourself getting addicted to things until the substance goes away. And then you literally pick up your phone, and then you almost instinctively call them, and you're like, oh shit, they broke up with me. Like, it's almost like when a family member dies. One of the things that happens is that a lot of people who experience the death of a family, I never experienced it, thank God, but they usually, like, instinctively call them, but then they realize they're gone, but their phone is there. Well, you know they won't pick up. That's really sad, you know. And that shows you how much you're really dependent on them. That shows you how much of your habits relied on them. And you notice that immediately, especially if they lived with you or you left them or you were a big part of their lives. You notice that immediately. You notice how, especially when you have a low moment. Let's just say you lost your job or freaking, you know, some shit happens, right? You start to realize how much you depended on them. And that's the beauty. That's why you got to give people space, because sometimes they don't know how much they truly depend on you. And you're making it hard for them to see it because you're so suffocating. Right? And that's how people think when they regret losing you, man. This is why people tend to come back to each other, especially if you guys had great chemistry. Usually great chemistry is also a big reason why people come back to you, because the chemistry was so good, so intense, that they come back to it like a drug, like a habit. Even if you're toxic, they'll come back to you. Now, if you guys enjoy this type of content, check out my course, Dark Game, or like I like to call it now, the Complete Man. It's a course that I created for guys who have no idea how to get women in their lives. As you guys can see, I have attracted a life that brings women into my life. I do a lot of social events, art events, meditation events, and I don't do that to get women, but what I notice is that it gets women into your life, right?
And in this course, I teach you guys how to do this. I teach you. So that means even if you're friend zone, if you're the type of person that lacks assertiveness, if you were raised by a single mom and you didn't know how to get women, well, this is the course for you. It teaches you how to overcome approach anxiety, how to take action. Because a lot of the times you watch these videos and you don't know how to take action, how to break patterns, how to build social circle, a pickup artistry course, right? Understanding your dark side, a bunch of things that helps a guy improve their dating life, right? Where we talk about how to find your purpose, female nature, the mindset game, the outer game, right? How to get her number, how to damage control, how to create competition, first date, using vulnerability, online games, social circle game, how to get threesomes. I mean, the whole shebang bang, right? And the beauty about this course is that there's a 30-day money back guarantee. If you don't like it, you could just let me know and get a refund. There's the basic course, which is $99, and then there is the one with the bonuses, like that I just read to you. So just look through the sales letter, and there's actually some free clips that you guys can watch, right? I think so, right? No, there isn't, but yeah, just look at it. Let me know if you what you guys think of it. You just give it a try. If you don't like it, I will give you your money back. I've always given people refunds. So yeah, man. Hopefully, I can see you guys inside, and let's get back to the video.